Hey buddy, it's Invictus. Time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Wednesday, Mosh Pit. We are still waiting for another video to cross 3,000 likes. And we have a couple videos that are very close, so definitely go check them out over the weekend. And we are going to be doing a regular regular Eden Run today, not a regular Greed Run. Maybe, depending on how this run goes. We'll see. We'll see. But we have a spicy meme of the day here. He brought it back. Thank you, Painter DND W40K. Top thrower's meme, Crooked Penny Trial. I found you guilty of being suboptimal. How do you plead? Yeah. And Painter also said in the thread, bringing back this oldie from when Sin's opinion on fortune cookie changed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, they're both items that we will not be using anymore, unless like there's just literally no other option, and we might as well because like we don't need charges or anything. DJ is going to be 6 Lima, Yankee Romeo, Papa November, Mike November. We got good tiers, but just god-awful tiers rate. We also have, well, I take that back. It's not bad. 2.73 is actually quite acceptable. Yeah, it's nothing terrible. I mean, Vade Retro is kind of Vade whatever, but you know, you can do that if you want to. We also have we're starting on Curse the XL, so we got to be real careful about taking any red heart damage, as we do not want to risk losing our Devil Deal on the first floor here. There we go. So you saw the chain reaction there. Wow, that was the schmoove of all schmooves. I don't know how that spider managed to spawn from here and walk all the way across and still have enough to hit us, but there you go. All right, so that's apparently how we're starting things. We also have Guppy's Eye, which is going to give us a one Guppy item start, which of course is not going to matter because that means the game is just not going to give us any other Guppy items for the rest of the run. Vade Retro is it's a niche item that can be good if you can get the chain reactions going. You know, it potentially could clear out some rooms, but for the most part, it's a largely forgettable space bar item from the Angel Deal pool. Uncle Holy Water, on the other hand, he's got it going on. He's gonna be freezing some fools, dropping some fools, and if you get BFF, he's even gonna set some fools on fire. I'd like to go back here, and I know the secret room's to the right of there, but we just have no bombs, so. And we've already learned our lesson about pushing buttons now, haven't we? Right? Right? There we go. Nice little chain reaction there. Almost hit us, and Akodama's Akko bad. We have a lot of room here for a sacrifice room. If we end up getting, and by room I mean we have a lot of red hearts on the ground that we can utilize for a sacrificial room play if there is one. I'm not willing to go look at it until after we're done with this. Now, you definitely could argue that I should have used the bomb that we had for bombing the keeper inside of this shop to increase our chances for the deal with the devil, and you wouldn't necessarily be wrong on that. With only one bomb, though, making sure that we don't take any damage inside of the boss room now becomes the more pressing issue. So now, obviously, this is something I haven't really talked about a whole lot, but whenever you fight Baby Plum, you obviously have the option of going for the Plum Flute. Oh, wow. Look at that's actually the first time I've ever seen Baby Plum get frozen by Uncle Holy Water, because normally she's in the air. So that's a rare feat right there, to freeze her with holy water. That should be an achievement. Because she landed, she did like her little butt slam on the ground. Oh boy, booster pack. That's just super duper great. Just love booster pack. It's just so great. It's really great. Yeah, she landed like her little butt slam attack on the ground, and it just so happened to coincide with where the holy water was from Uncle Holy Water. So I've never seen that before. That's a new one. We have potential to get lots of keys here. There is a sack room, so you know. I mean, if we end up not getting the Devil Deal here, we could potentially turn this into an Angel Deal run. But this is always the conundrum whenever you're going up. Whenever you face this sort of dilemma, you have to decide whether or not is it worth playing. Is it worth playing the sacrifice room before the Devil Deal? Yeah, I'm gonna bomb the Donation Machine because we're not gonna get any money off of the keeper. Is it worth playing the sack room before or after you're done with the boss, because potentially if you end up going into the devil, if you do end up getting a devil deal, you could potentially ruin the chance of you getting any play out of the sacrificial room. You see what I mean? So like if we go, like hypothetically, let's say that we go in the boss and we somehow do manage to get the devil deal, right? What's going to happen is that we lose these red hearts, and that serves as our only refuelable option to really drive this play with the sacrifice room. But at the same time, we don't want angel deals necessarily. So it's kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of a catch-22 situation. I am going to go for the sacrifice room play here. As you see here, we are getting ourselves some pretty good amounts of money. Okay, the only reason why I did that was because I don't want the Forgotten Lullaby to show up again. So let's go back here and pick up some hearts. So it really is kind of a catch-22, whether or not it's like, do you really, really want that angel deal, or do you really want that devil deal? And you do have to kind of decide, not in a hurry, but you do have to make a decision. Obviously, I've opted to go for this route because I think that with us having the Swallowed Penny, it gives us money, and it basically boosts our early game income here to a much higher degree than we normally would have. We didn't get the angel deal anyway, so. We're going to leave that soul heart. Get that one. Okay, so may have to sacrifice one of those soul hearts here. But now it doesn't matter if we go fight the boss first or not, because obviously there's no chance of us going into the angel deal, at least not from the sacrificial room. Now obviously we still have defaulted into an angel deal's chance because we played the sac room, but at this way we don't have to worry about losing that HP in case we do like get into a devil deal somehow. Just walked over that. That would have been a very Sinvicta way to lose everything. I don't really want to fight the boss with 1 HP. At the same time, we're not going to be babies about it. Okay, so 30 cents. I think there was a red heart inside of the shop. Yeah, we get tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of loot here. I just don't, basically it comes down to I just don't feel like walking all the way back here after fighting the boss. So if we end up dying, it's of my own accord here. Out of sheer laziness for not wanting to come all the way back. No, actually there wasn't a heart in here. I thought there was. Well, I'm gonna buy this sack. And we get an Ehwaz, which we could use now. We can use it to spawn a crawl space. You know, I'll take a devil card. Okay, with Vade Retro, Little Horn shouldn't be all that terrifying. Because we can, the dark matter balls that he spawns, if we kill them, they will give us a Spectre, which we can just do that with. They just kind of nuke them. Predicated, of course, on Little Horn staying and where, like, you know, he was. You know? There we go. All right, so he takes care of himself, no big deal. You don't get an angel deal, surprise, surprise. We get the box. 2 completely useless items to go here. Which is a really, really big bummer. Wow, yeah, that's horrible. Getting booster pack and then also getting the box. That's pretty trash. Even Pageant Boy, I hate to say it, even Pageant Boy would have been better than getting what we got on this floor. We're gonna try to put this money that we have here from the sac room to work. Get ourselves a plain old HP upgrade. All right. Well, that was certainly that was certainly. Showing you the importance of getting soul hearts here and saving. I mean, not getting a devil deal here is is potentially devastating. Which means we may want to just full send it with the Emperor card now and just go for it. Let's see what we can get in here. I was hoping that we were going to chain reaction everything there. Didn't quite make it. I almost got hit because I didn't see this freaking gap right there. Okay, there is a tinted rock in here. It's basically exactly what I wanted to see. So if we get a soul heart, then we don't have to burn our Emperor card. Soul heart and a key. Okay. We could still technically, I guess, burn our Emperor card if I really, really, really wanted to be doubly sure that we go in with the highest chance of us getting a devil deal here. You're seeing here the damage from Vade Retro is, again, it's a forgettable item. I really wish that there was a way that, like, you could suggest buffs to it, or, you know, it's like Vade Retro, like, people talk about, like, you know, what item should be buffed next in the Binding of Isaac. And Vade Retro is I never ever see it come up. I don't know how we still haven't blown anything up yet in this room. Because, like, it is such just a not great time. I mean, Mama Mega we can use on the next floor for a free room, or a flea floor. But yeah, what would I do to improve Vade Retro? I think what would be cool, instead of just keeping the way that it functions right now, because again, it's largely forgettable. I think what it should do is it should have a very fast, constant recharge, like a red candle or blue candle-esque. I'm not going to use Soul of Keeper in here because there's a potential for the coins to go in unreachable spots. So I'm going to use it in here instead, where we can actually pick them up. Look at that. All right, so we have 30 coins right now. Let's see how many coins piled up on each other. 12 coins. Wow. Okay. Take that. Yeah, we'll use Death card here. Yes. Let's go ahead and death him. Go ahead and death him. Super Secret Room cannot be there. Secret Room might be there, though. But we don't have any bombs, so... anyway, what I would do to change Vade Retro is I would make it have a blue candle / red candle-esque type cooldown where it does recharge at a fairly large, or a fairly fast rate of speed. And when you use it once, it will spawn one of those red spirits that Vade Retro generally spawns. And it will automatically start heat-seeking like Purgatory. However, it will not detonate until you trigger Vade Retro again. And then the cooldown starts over. That's what I would do. So it would be like sort of like this automatic, not automatic, but it would be like a Purgatory that you could spawn and control when it explodes. And it deals contact damage. Dad's last coin, continuing our theme of useless items from bosses. I will take Spirit of the Night, however, which is going to give us flying and also contribute towards the Leviathan transformation. So that's what I would do to change Vade Retro. I think it doesn't change the identity of the item. It just makes it more better. It makes it mo better. So like you would have like it would have an automatically charging cooldown. It's not bound by like pips or anything like that. And then you use it once, it spawns one of those red spirits that go out and it homes in on a target. You can't control which target it homes in on, it's just random. But when it gets there, the spirit does deal contact damage. And then when you're ready, you can trigger Vade Retro, and then it will explode, and then the cooldown begins again. Like it starts recharging again. So kind of like Anima Sola or Red Candle, that sort of thing. I think that would be a much more useful item while still maintaining the original look of and feel of the item, but making it just a lot more impactful than just like, well, I hope that the enemies kind of just sit around where they died. You know? They're still alive, huh? Our damage is quite pathetic. And also, I was super incorrect earlier when I was talking about our tears rate, and our tears rate being 2.73. That was our damage. That was the figure in my brain that was like, wow, this is wow bad, but I said tears rate. Yeah, our damage is actually garbage. I'm still going to hold on to the Emperor card. I think that we could potentially use Mama Mega to get into boss rush, but that's a large time commitment, and I think it's better for us to get a free floor. And Curse the Lost. Yeah. Still gonna do it anyway. Sticking to the plan. Now, there is a world that exists where if you really, really, really squinted hard enough to convince me that holding on to Mama Mega until you're done with like half of a floor to see if you get a golden bomb, just so like maybe you get two Mama Megas, I could kind of be convinced if we weren't so dependent on stats right now, which we are. You see here, I mean, Caves 2 is a great one to use it on because we blow up all these mushrooms, we blow up all these extra places that we normally like wouldn't have any access to. And flying also helps too. So if we didn't have flying, we'd be able to access those places. We get guaranteed secret room, guaranteed super secret room, guaranteed every single rock and mushroom and skull gets destroyed, so that we just have the highest chance of getting something good. Right now, we have not found anything. And yes, if we'd used Mama Mega, our donation machine would have been destroyed anyway, so I don't feel bad about bombing it. And it's a greed fight, of course. All right. Sitting on 89 cents now. And still looking for that item room. I mean, we might as well take the counter penny at this point. At least we can get out of the curse room for free. Yep. And that's what happens. The game just loves to spawn those bomb flies right next to that door. Still looking for that item room. We've managed to go the wrong way. If we get hit again, we can go into the boss trap room. Wouldn't that be cool? And Tooth and Nail is... Again, I scoff because, like, this is, like, the 4th floor in a row now. If we don't include the XL floor. It's like the 4th floor now that we've gone to and just had absolutely, positively nothing to show for it in terms of stats. Yeah, this is our first stat upgrade. We do have to be careful here. And we get a range upgrade. All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Well, there's no mini boss on the map that I can see, which means that we most likely have another greed fight. So I'm mentally preparing to already be mad about that, and we lose our devil deal. All right. This room needs to calm the hell down. I don't know how the needles are still alive, but yeah, well, we are in a full-on struggle bus situation now. Getting only range upgrades I mean, the only upgrade we've gotten other than Cat of Nine Tails is a shot speed upgrade, which was from Cat of Nine Tails, and a range upgrade, but this is not good. This is the very antithesis of good. Really needed Uncle Holy Water to take down that champion there. You leapers can seriously, like, just go away. Holy water, need you making connections. I know that every single thing in this friggin' room is trying to leap and kill us. Need you to make connections, like a holy water. We're only one champion hit away from dying, so, you know. If there's a greed fight in here, that's going to be even more dangerous. Of course, it's super greed, so. Yeah. It's almost as if I played this game thousands of times before. All right. Looking good in the neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah. Well, those of you thinking that we were having too much fun and had a little bit too many powerful runs lately, here you go. Wait for tooth and nail. So we no longer have to worry about our devil deal precedent, because we just have 100% devil deals now. But we do need to worry about our HP. Again, this is one of those times where, no, you can't sit back and be like, well, you can just take pills and find out. No. Because guess what a movement speed down pill does, or a tears down pill does? It ends this run. It categorically ends this run. Cricket's Head is a good start here for the comeback. And boy, howdy, do we need it. Okay, there's hope at the end of the tunnel here. Now, here's the best part is we have Goat Head now, so we're going to be able to get Devil Deals for the rest of this run. However, we don't have enough HP to take a Devil Deal without it giving us some kind of HP in response. So I'm hoping that the game is nice and just gives us 9 lives here so we can get our 2 or 3 for Guppy, but you already know it's not going to. It's going to be a Krampus fight. And we're going to head on down the next floor because I'm going to be mad and indignant and not take Krampus's head just to spite the game that doesn't really have any sort of consciousness. Yeah, I was wrong, but man, that would have been one heck of a call. It might as well have been a Krampus fight, though, because we're not taking either one of these. So, ooh, That's a level of run that we're at now. We're doing old callbacks to 2016 NLSS. For all of us, we're in just a constant loop of doing Tim Allen impersonations. I'm pretty sure the game forgot how to spawn soul hearts on this run. Is after getting a soul heart. Get a golden bomb, which is cool, I guess. We haven't needed a bomb for a while. Would have been nice to have it with Mama Mega, but don't go off. Absolutely will be using bombs offensively here. There's definitely no excuse for not blowing up every single skull that we see. Every single fire. Even though we have Guppy's Eye, it doesn't always tell the truth. We play this. If we have to out-tank this run, then so be it. Cricket's Head gives us the damage multiplier that we need, and that we'll be extremely, extremely leaning on. Heavily leaning on. I saved your life, Judgment. You better pay me back with something amazing. I got what wondrous treasures awaiting here, and it's Blue Baby's only friend. Nice job by Uncle Holy Water. Hopefully BFF or something is in here. This is the last shop we get, by the way. So, hopefully it's a good one. And it is not. Right. Pulls our bombs, gives us 5 keys. Take deck of cards because maybe we'll get lucky and just get a bunch of Emperor cards here. I could sit back and just nuke everything with, well, slowly damage everything. I wouldn't necessarily call it a nuke with butt bombs. Hoping that we get something good out of this devil deal. Again, Guppy would be preferable. I was kind of hoping there was going to be another judgment in there. There wasn't. I am thankful that we have mapping, at least. Some kind of mapping. My favorite song off of Metallica's album, Saint Anger. Actually not true. Favorite song off of Saint Anger is Saint Anger. And Sweet Amber is really good. I think the most underrated Metallica song of all time, though, is definitely The Unnamed Feeling. Every time I play it on stream, people are like, dude, what band was that? Like, it's Metallica. Like, what song was that? Like, it's The Unnamed Feeling. They even made a video for it that nobody watched because everyone was so mad about it, Saint Anger. Which I didn't mind Saint Anger. Like, it's going to take Uncle Holy Water away, but we got to go for Desperation here. Do we use it in the Devil Deal? I think we do use it in the Devil Deal. I know that I'd love to be able to use this in the Secret Room. This Reverse Stars card, but we've got to get Guppy on this run. When Saint Anger came out, like, I was not, like, super digging it. Because as a drummer, like, I was like, did they just not notice that the snare drum, like, had broken or something? And as a musician, I was like, did they forget that Kirk Hammett's in the band? Because there's no solos. And, of course, you find out that it was mostly due to the fact that Bob Rock was producing everything. And there were no solos. Kirk had actually written songs, or solos for the songs, and then they just never put it in. That being said, though, I don't hate Saint Anger like a lot of other people do. I'm still not a huge fan of the sound. Snare drum just sounds it's just, I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't. We're going to go Polaroid here. And we're going to use the Reverse Stars card and just hope for the best. Now, there's a Guppy item. So we may get lucky here. I'm not going to take Guppy's Hairball yet. If we take Guppy's Hairball, then it takes it out of the possible items that we can get with the Reverse Stars card. So I might as well use this and not take another Guppy item out of the pool. I mean, what are the chances that we see another Guppy's Hairball? Very low, obviously, but still talking about the odds here. So going to use the Reverse Stars card, which is going to remove Holy Water and not give us a Guppy item. Okay. So this is going to take us down to Horror Babylon State, but we are going to get the Pact, and we have 2 or 3 for Guppy. Yeah, 2 or 3 Guppy. We got to hope we get it. Now, there was someone, I believe that they were Spanish. Not a few years ago, more than a few years ago. They made an entire re-record of Saint Anger. And they like re-recorded everything from the ground up. Like, they did the vocals, they did all the music, everything. And it is the better way to listen to Saint Anger. If you're not going to listen to Metallica, then listen to that one. I don't remember the name of the person who did it. All I remember was that it was Spanish. It was a Spanish musical artist, I believe, anyway. And they did a phenomenal job. It is definitely the way to listen to Saint Anger if you don't want to hear the bad drums. That being said, though, the Metallica version of The Unnamed Feeling is still superior. Way better than the cover version that this artist did. But But his version of Saint Anger was actually quite good. A little bit of knowledge for you there. Okay, we're just gonna do this, and we're just gonna stay out of harm's way. One card's huge for us. We should go into the curse room. Thankfully, it's one of these free rooms here, which I will happily take. Moon card as well is nice. I was gonna wait for Tooth and Nail to proc, but curse rooms are just bad. If you have a way to get in there and go out of there for free, it's definitely worth it. But other than that, curse rooms are, in my opinion, almost never worth it. Look at this fun room here. We have ourselves an Eternal Eye Laser. So the Eternal mobs are ones that you can't actually damage until they are the last thing in the room. We'll take the Eternal Heart because at least it gives us some HP. Yes, that ruins our Polar Invincibility, but we don't have to worry about getting down to the... We don't have to worry about getting down to, like, lethal damage. And not so reliant on Soul Hearts. Although we do need to get another HP upgrade. Damage is looking quite good here with 10.82. Definitely wouldn't mind just a regular movement speed upgrade. Would be quite nice. Synth Oil. And another Not Guppy Devil Deal. I mean, Heartbreak. Heartbreak would give us a little bit of forgiveness. It does also add a bit of damage, so we'll try it. It's not a perfect solution, but it's something. We have basically 2 more chances to get Guppy here, and that is it. By normal means, anyway. By way of this curse room, and also by way of this last Devil Deal on Womb 2. And we have flying, so we don't need to worry about paying the toll going in. But coming out, you always pay the toll, so. Go up here to a vault. See where all the vault boys are at. Yep. Bog standard, your average vault right there. I mean, hey, at least it wasn't like just a bunch of poop. I'll start laying bombs just to take out the riffraff in here, just because I don't feel like chasing them around. Our movement speed is not high enough to be chasing a bunch of bomb leeches around. Or dodging them. Let's see. The world card. I will go to the secret room here. Eternal D-Sizzle, we might as well take it and go for it. Yep. Looking for a tinted rock in here. Even if there is one, I probably won't care at this point. Same thing goes in here. It's one of those rooms that qualifies as a I don't feel like doing this room, so I'm not gonna. Oh, there's a tinted rock over here. Got one for the road. Another Tinted Rock here. I mean, the game's trying, but, you know, the words of Tyrion Lannister. Actually, it was not Tyrion. It was my favorite character from Game of Thrones, Tywin Lannister. Words of Tywin Lannister, Varys. Try harder. Did get a soul heart, by the way. Is there an eye laser stuck underneath that guts? I'm pretty sure there was. I'm trying to be sneaky. Pretty sure Tooth and Nail just saved us from getting a hit from that giant schmoove. Yes, I do like Tywin Lannister. He is my favorite character from Game of Thrones. I think he is he's a very, very fun character to watch. Alright, so we don't have to worry about getting hit now because we have Polar Invincibility. We still have... We've got Empty Heart, so in case we do take lethal damage, well, at least we technically have, like, 3 lives. Hopefully it won't come down to that. We'll just get Guppy here, and then that'll be it. But this run is like a... I don't know. It's hard to call this one a struggle bus because we've had some good items, but they came really, really, really late this run. The lack of movement speed is what's really hurting us. And yep. Here we go. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Victor, you could have just gone back and gotten a full charge. Maybe you would have rolled it into the Guppy item. Yeah, that was going to happen. I wish I had that kind of enthusiasm. I knew you were going to do it. Could just nope out of here, but now I just want to kill Daddy for trying to pull that schmoove on us. Sometimes Daddy Longlegs, he only does it against the left wall. Sometimes he goes right to the edge. If you move, if you like sort of motion towards that way. Kinda have to. Get a damage upgrade here. Big damage upgrade at that. Try not to take red hearts because we don't want to lose Polar Invincibility. And surprisingly, this is not a dead end. Again, surprisingly, not a dead end. We're getting some gnarly rooms, though. Still technically have Polaroid Invincibility, so now we could go all the way down to the curse room, see if Guppy's in there. We could, but I'm not gonna. Perfectly timed bomb there to take care of the Angel Feti before they could do anything. Yeah, movement speed is lack thereof is the biggest problem that we're facing right now. And really, like, our damage just doesn't feel like it's 14. It feels like it's half of that right now, and I'm not sure why. It's one of those weird runs where, you know, you've got impressive damage on paper, but you're not. The proof is in the pudding, and right now the pudding's looking a little bit lumpy and clumpy and kind of warm. I don't know anyone who likes warm pudding. Not me. I guess we can re-roll these. And Mucormycosis, you alright. The other ones, you can just stay there. Maybe it's because it's just the lack of tier effects that we don't have. Maybe that's the reason why the 14 damage feels like 7 damage right now. And we're definitely not out of the woods. Like, this run is not a done deal. We could very easily goof it in the chest here and get a couple really bad rooms. Remember, our movement speed is only 1.27, y'all. We have a long way to go to get to the blue baby. And it's going to be even longer than that because apparently to go north, we have to go due west. I'd be careful cussing Monstros. They have to kind of float about and then just go nowhere when they jump. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is like, I feel like we're struggling against Monstro 2 right now. I thought, I could have swore I saw both of them die there. I might be losing my mind. At this point, we don't care about holding on to polar invincibility as much as we do just getting HP. That's the reason why I'm going for Gluttony here. Eternal Heart, which is acceptable. It does not ruin polar invincibility, thankfully. Ares, we... Absolutely. No way I'm turning down a movement speed upgrade. So big shout out to the Eternal D-Sizzle for giving us our only movement speed upgrade that we've gotten. No, I don't count Whore Babylon. Movement speed upgrade. We'll go back. We don't really need little Chad, little Chisel. I'll take it only for... I do like the range that you get from it, but also the fact that we have Mucormycosis. It's kind of rare just to see regular Bloat by himself. He's usually champion in the chest. Daddy RNG again here. So we got some mega value out of our Eternal D6, giving us Mucormycosis and a movement speed upgrade, which we desperately needed. But even then, we're still getting rung up here by bad damage, not some unavoidable damage. Sure, why not? Why not? Gonna make an absolute bloody mess in here. I always get mad at the game when it gives us an item that like I really like at the very end, because you know it was just holding on to that. Like, it was just holding on to soy milk. When we've been sitting here with less than max tiers for the entire run. It's like, hey, here's some soy milk. What's your whinging? Okay. Okay, British Isaac. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that one. Hey, it was I mean, we got a dub out of it. It was definitely a struggle up until Cricket's head, and then just a weird run. It was a run that never really popped off until, I guess, the very end. But we made do and made it count. And honestly, I gotta say that yeah, I'm okay with how we played the Mama Mega. The Mama Mega play may have been better for Boss Rush. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20. And of course, it ended the exact way as I thought it would, which was us not getting our third Guppy item. So, yeah. Almost like I played this game many, many times. But thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Heather Furlong, Isaac Johnson, Bataloid, and David Furlong. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Sinvicta.